This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to babytrainings.com. So, in the last session, we have started discussing about the what are the control flow tasks we are having in SSIS. So, we have seen data flow task and execute SQL task, right? So, we have seen analysis service task and the bulk insert task, very important, and the data profiling task also, and so execute package task. So execute package task, it is used to call other packages. Okay, so it can create parent and child packages. You can create like that as your wish. Okay, packages are executed parallelly. So so for example we can create child packages and parent packages. So let me open my recent project. This is my recent project. Click on this. So if you have seen, I have configured this execute package task. So what execute package task will do, it will call another package. That means, so you have 10 packages. Okay, you have 10 packages. You want to run all the 10 packages at a time. Okay, or parallelly or else in sequential connection. If you want to do by using this what execute package task only, we can run all the packages at a time. Clear? Okay, so like this. So this is one package, this is one package, this is one package. So in this package I am executing all the three packages, all the above three packages. That is what. Okay, so this is what you need to know. So execute a package task, it is going to call other packages. Very simple. So you need to know. So for example, you maybe you are going to be having a question, sir. I am having so many tasks. For example, there are so many tasks, those are executing parallelly. Okay, those are executing parallelly. So parallelly in the sense, there is no sequential connection like this, there is no connection like this. It is going to be executing parallelly. So how it is going to be executing parallelly? So how many tasks it is going to be executing parallelly? So not all the tasks will start executing. Okay, when you start executing, so first it will start, or it will, or it is, or this one or all at a time it is going to start, or which one is going to start? So do you have any idea? So no. So this is a very very important interview question. How many tasks you can execute parallelly? This is the very important interview question, guys. Okay, so so there is a property. Okay, so in this control flow, right click on this designer, this empty space, not on the task. Okay, on the empty space, if you click on, now go and click on properties. Okay, so in this properties, you are going to be having one property called max concurrent executables. Okay, see this. When you click on this, it is giving some description. Specifies the maximum number of executables to concurrently execute in the package. Okay, so because of this property only, so how many tasks you can execute parallelly, you can see. So if you see, there is a max concurrent executables is equal to -1. You have -1. That means, that means what is the meaning of this is, For example, as I told you, max concurrent executables is equal to -1 is the thing you have. Okay, so how many the important interview question, so how many tasks you can execute parallelly? So this is a very very important interview question, guys. Compulsory if you are going to work with SSIS, if you are going to have an interview with SSI on SSIS, then compulsory this question is going to be asked. Okay, so what is the answer means, if you have i7 processor, for example, the machine you are working, okay, the computer or the laptop you are working. So if that processor is i7 or i5 or something else, then i7 means 7 minus 1 is a max concurrent executables. 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. So 6 tasks will run at a time. Okay, you can say parallelly. Clear? So you need to clearly explain to an interviewer. So if they are asking how many tasks you can execute parallelly means, you need to say an answer to them. Yes, there is a property in SSIS control flow designer. So you need to right click on the designer and go to properties. You can see there is a max concurrent executables is equals to -1. So so if my machine, if you are using, or else you can say, if my machine is i5 or i3 or i7 processor, then so if it is a processor, what is the processor number -1? -1 is the max concurrent executables. So that, for example, if I take my laptop or my machine is i5 processor, so 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So 4 tasks will run at a time. Okay, 4 tasks will run at a time parallelly. You need to say like this, clearly explain. You need to. Okay, so currently my system is i7 processor at a time. At a time. So which one is going to start means we cannot say, but at a time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two will start once this is done or once this is done. Okay, so for example, so these are the 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 tasks. My processor is i7. So that means how many parallelly will execute? 6. 7 minus 1, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 6 will start now. Okay, these 6 will start now with this, and once it is completed, once the execution is completed here, the next one it is going to start. Once this execution is completed, it will go and start with this new task. Like that, 6 executables it is going to be running at a time parallelly. That is what you need to give an answer. Very important, this is compulsory asked question. Okay, so that is what you need to know. So execute process task. So what execute process task will do? So it is used to run third party executables, example .exe .bat file. So what are the usages means, you can call any application such as zipping, unzipping, send SMSs, etc. So for example, if customer is asking you the data in a zipped format, so what you need to do? Okay, so for, or else, okay, that is one thing. Or else, for example, there are so many files, so many data files. You need to move those files to staging, or else somewhere, some place you need to move. From staging you need to archive that folder, and all the processed files you need to zip and you need to move. Okay, or else you can say we have lot of zipped files, we need to unzip by using execute process task. Okay, so many examples you can say. So if the client is asking the data in a zipped format, so what you are going to be doing, some clients will ask the data in excel, in excel files, some people. Okay, after cleaning the complete data, you need to load that data into excel destination, not the sql server destination, sometimes. Okay, some requirements, some data. Okay, so if they are asking for so many files. Okay, so if they are asking so many files in zipped format, they are asking to zip the files, the 10 files you need to zip and you need to share. So they are asking like that. So that what you are going to be doing, you need to use this execute processor task to zip the, okay, whatever the files we have. Okay, so later, so we can send it to them. Or else there are so many examples. So for example, you have downloaded so many zipped files into one folder from server. Okay, so you have downloaded the zipped files, so where you need to, okay, you need to unzip those files, unzip those folder, for example. So if you unzip only, you can see what are the files inside we have, and we can take those files and do some kind of ETL kind of thing. So take the data and load that into the destination by applying some business rules, depends upon the, okay, requirement. Okay, so that is what execute a processor task. So we are going to be seeing one demo, so how to zip the files, how to unzip the files, and in which location we can unzip and okay, zip the files, and everything I will explain you. Okay, with one demo. So we, when you double click on this executive process task, you can see there are some executables, arguments, and working directory. so we need to configure this. Okay, we need to configure this. Executable is nothing but like application dot exe file, that is. Okay, because of this application only, so because of this exe file only, so we are going to be going to that particular path, and we are going to be doing zipping up or unzipping by using this exe file. That is the meaning here. Okay, that is the meaning here. Okay, so that is, we'll see one demo, no issues. Okay, expression task, it is used to write simple expressions. Okay, what kind of expression? So for example, I want to count the number of files given by the customer today. Okay, so that is one kind of expression you can write. So see, they have given the usage, find out number of files given in a folder given by the customer today or something. For example, so you got zipped folder. Okay, you got zipped folder, you unzipped. Okay, you have unzipped lot of files. Okay, sorry, you have unzipped and you can see there are lot of files in that. Then how many files you got in that folder to know? Okay, for example, we got some zipped folder you have downloaded from the server into your local machine. So when you, okay, okay, when you have unzipped that particular folder, so you can see lot of files in that, lot of files in that. Then how many files you got in that folder to know? So we can use this expression task, so it is going to be showing how many files we received today. or else, so how many rows every file is having. Okay, so these kind of expressions you can write in the expression task to find out this kind of information, the basic information. This is not going to be doing any kind of ETL purpose. So this is for just for writing some expressions to know whether the data is available in the particular file and how many files we received today, or okay, something else. Okay, that is some kind of content, some kind of information it is going to be, okay, giving you by configuring it. Okay, we'll see that. So file system task. So file system, so it is used to create, delete, move, copy, rename files and folders. So file system is nothing but like the file server, means uh like what, operating systems like Windows, Linux. Okay, so in Windows what we can do, okay, we don't know about the Linux, okay, leave about that. So what we can do in Windows, we can create, delete, right, we can rename, we can move. So we can do all these things for folder or a file. Okay, so file system task can work with operating system, so any action can be done by SSIS with Windows operating system. Okay, so clear guys. So this file system task will work with operating system, so it is going to be doing any kind of action can be done. Okay, any kind of action it will do. So example, I am getting files in one path. Okay, I am getting files in one path, so I can move from one folder to another folder or etc. To process, actually to process those, what I can do, I can move from one folder to another folder. So after processing the data, I have to load the data in a separate folder. For example, in a separate folder I want to load the data after processing. So what we can do, we can use this file system task, we can create or we can call file system task, so we can move the source folder to destination folder or something else, blah blah. Okay, I'm going to move the, okay, whatever the files or whatever the folder we have from one location, one path to another path by using the file system task that we can do. Okay, so for example, like we have so many files in one path, so I need to move those files from one place to another place, or else to process the data, actually to process the data, to process the data we are going to be doing all these things. So once the process is done, I need to load this data into one separate folder. So that is some kind of requirement. I am not telling you to uh, what, load these data in a separate folder. So that is the requirement, one of the requirement it is. So one of the requirement is they have shared the folders, they have uploaded their folders in the server, you have connected to that server, you have downloaded all the files to the your local machine. Later what you have done, so you have done some kind of a processing thing, so you have processed those files. So once the process is done, so you are going to be loading into some destination, so or else some kind of other folder you are going to be storing. So some kind of a requirement it is, so that you can use this file system task to move or to create, first to create the folder and move all the files whatever you have in another folder, that you can do. That is somewhat a basic and a simple thing. Okay, so we have, okay, so Next one is FTP tasks. So what FTP task is? FTP is nothing but a file transfer protocol. Okay. So downloads and uploads data files and manages directories on a server. Okay. So for example, so what we can do is, for example, let me show you one example, one how the FTP would be like. For example, there is a server, guys. There is a server. Okay, there is a, you can say there is a server. So you can say this like OneDrive or Google Drive. Okay, you can say anything. You can say anything. This is OneDrive or Google Drive or server. You can say server like OneDrive. Okay, or Google Drive. Okay, something kind of this. Okay, this is the FTP server. Let's say FTP server. So what exactly we are going to be doing? So we are going to be downloading or uploading the files. Downloading, uploading. Okay, so downloading or uploading the files to one of the folders. So for example, I am downloading. So I am downloading the files into my D. Okay, D. This is my folder name. D drive Prasad is the folder name. So I am downloading this. Okay, I have connected to the FTP server, and in this server there are some client. Okay, what the client have done? The client have uploaded sales, Amazon sales Hyderabad. Okay, dot XLS. This is one file they have. So sales underscore Bangalore dot XLS. This is one more file. So sales dot, okay, underscore Delhi dot XLS. This is one more file. So we have three files. They have uploaded these three files into the, okay, FTP server, the client, the people. Okay, so into one of the folders. So you are connecting to this FTP server and you are going to download. Okay, so you can write here download. Okay, download, or you can say upload. Okay, so you can download those files into your one of the drive, so one of the drive link, so or else one of the, yeah, one of the drive folder. So from here what you are going to be doing means, so you are going to be doing some kind of, maybe the files are in zipped or unzipped. Okay, something like that, something like that. So if it is zipped, okay, you need to unzip to check what are the files you got. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to use one more task called, what task we can use, execute a process task. So this execute process task, what it will do, it will, okay, it will unzip all the files and it will load. Okay, and it will load into one more folder. Okay, one more folder. So from here, so we are going to be doing some kind of, okay, data loading into the destination. This is called the destination data warehouse, or else the bigger one, you can say this is the data warehouse thing, very bigger database, something like this. Okay, so this is actual the structure. Okay, how the flow is, how we are going to do work in the real time means, this is how we are going to be do. Okay, so there is a very important question. If somebody is asking, how do you get the data from customer? How do you get the data from customer? So if you say, so we are going to be getting the emails. So if you say like this, everyone will laugh at you guys. Okay, don't say like that, everyone will laugh at you. So if you are getting mails, okay, some messages, okay, they will ping the data in the chat box. If you say like this, so everyone will say, okay, you don't know anything, you are a fake guy, so we don't want you to come inside, you don't know anything. So that things they are going to be saying. So how do you get the data from customer means? So you need to say that we are going to be getting the data from FTP server every day. They are going to share the files in FTP server. Okay, every day there are some files need, okay, they are going to share. And every week also they are going to share some other files. Every month also, few of the files they are going to share. So every quarter also we are going to be getting some files. Or else, okay, so this FTP server or else shared folder. So once in a week, daily, okay, we will get the data like that. You need to say anything. Okay, and say from FTP server, they will upload their files in FTP server on daily basis, on weekly basis, and monthly basis, sir. So from there we are going to download. Or else there is a shared folder path they are going to be sharing. So in that path every day they are going to upload. Okay, so path is nothing but like this, right click, go to properties, security, sharing, yeah, share the network path. So share this network path, you are going to share to them. Okay, you are going to be giving access to that particular person. Okay, sorry guys. So this is what some you need to share the particular SSIS PPTs, some folder you can give only for that particular folder. You can give access for that only particular folder to the people, so that they can access to that particular folder and they can get the data. Okay, that is the thing we can do actually. So some data we are going to be getting in the databases, okay, etc., you can say. Okay, but you need to say these things compulsory. Okay, and there is one more question, very important. What are the sources that video work or else use? Okay, what are the sources that did you use uh, in your project? The answer is, so you can say flat file, CSV files, okay, Excel files, or XML files. Okay, so say some only few of them you can say, okay, not more. Okay, so and some data we are going to be getting in a SQL server, and some data we are going to be getting in Oracle. Okay, so some data we will be getting in DB2. This is a mainframe application. Okay, Okay, you can say this one. If they will ask you, did you work on DB2 mainframe application? I didn't get chance. Okay, I didn't get chance to work on, but I know some. Okay, but I know how to handle it. Okay, so this is some kind of things you need to explain to an interviewer. Okay, so there is one more definitely asked interview question. Definitely. Okay, definitely ask interview question is, what is the size of data? Compulsory they will ask this question. What is the size of data you have? Okay, so you can say we are getting the data in daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. So for example, weekly, for example, if we are getting 1,000 files, for example, weekly, if we are getting 1,000 files, so one file that size is let's say 50 KB, then you can calculate here. 50 into 1000, how much? 50,000 KB. That means 5 megabytes, right? 50, sorry, 50 megabytes, right? 50 megabytes of data you are going to be uh, having. You are going to be handling the data. 50 megabytes is not a small thing, guys. 50 megabytes is very huge data. It is actually 50 megabytes. It is not kilobytes. Megabyte it is. Okay, you can say, sir, one file, sometimes one file is going to have some 50 kilobytes or 60 kilobytes or 40 kilobytes some files. So averagely we are going to be having like every month we can have some 1,000 files, 100 sorry 800 to 1,000 files we are going to be receiving from the client. So the size of that is like around 50 to 60 megabytes. You need to say like this. Okay, so this is what you need to understand about this. Okay, FTP task, you got it right. So we'll do one demo on this. Okay, Hadoop file system task. So to move local files to HDFS file system. So local files, so whatever the local files, so if you wanted to keep the data from local system to Hadoop environment, so we are going to be using the Hadoop file system task. Okay, clear. So for example, you have some files in the local system in some path in some drive. Okay, you need to, what you need to do, you wanted to keep these files into Hadoop environment. Okay, so that we need to use this. So SSIS 2016 version, it is the new features in this 2015-16 is this Hadoop file system, Hadoop Hive task, Hadoop Pig task. Okay, these three tasks are, okay, going to communicate with SSIS. I mean, SSIS is going to communicate with these Hadoop technology. Okay, okay, that is what the Hadoop Hadoop file system task. And we have Hadoop Hive task. So Hadoop Hive task is also to process the data using Hadoop Hive ecosystem. Hadoop Pick task to process the data using Hadoop Pick ecosystem. Okay, the script task. So script task, lot many requirements actually. So it is used to perform the complex operations, but we need to know some kind of a .NET or C sharp .NET languages we require to understand this is task, script task. So so for example, the lot of requirement, for example, take only today's files and work on it. If someone is asking, take only today's files and work on it. So today's files. So if you say, uh, take only today's files and work on it, means we are getting the files from the customer, from the client. For example, you are connecting to the server, you are downloading those files on everyday basis. You are not going to execute the package every day. So you are going to be creating one job on that package, so that it has to execute every day morning. In the morning 6 o'clock, that package will run. When you open your system or not, no issues, but that package will run at morning 6 o'clock. Okay, so where it has downloaded in one folder, so in that folder already yesterday's files also available. So the requirement is to take only today's files and work on it. Okay, so if that kind, if you wanted to write that code, you need to use java.net. So how SSIS knows that whether the file is empty or not, or whether the file is received or downloaded today or not, how it is going to be understanding SSIS? Okay, SSIS would not understand. Okay, so you can see this access data by using other technologies that are not supported by built-in connection types, identify whether specified files are empty or how many rows they contain, identify whether given folder has files or not, identify whether the file has received today or not. All these things we are going to be, okay, getting by using this script task. But if anyone is asking in interview, so have you worked on script task? Sir, I know the functionality of a script task, what it will do. So the basic things I have worked on this script task. Okay, but in real time also I haven't worked on this script task. I didn't get, I mean, uh, we haven't used the script task. Actually we have used to identify the files in the given folder is available or not, so how many files we have. So these kind of small logics we have implemented. So we have written some .NET code to find out how many files we have received today, or whether the files are whether the folder is having, or whether the files are having the data or not. So this kind of simple expressions we have written in the .NET language. So that is also by not by my own, so with the help of some other colleague who worked in the .NET. So I have took their help and I have written the code in a scripted task, and I have verified the data. Okay, so this is what you need to explain. I didn't mostly I not I haven't worked on this script. So if any requirement is there, then I am going to the developer who is working on this .NET language, so he is going to help for me. That is what you need to explain to an interview. Okay, so send mail task. So it is used to send mail using SMTP server. Okay, for example, you have created one beautiful package. So package ending. So once the package is executed successfully, you need to send one email to your manager that this job has been executed successfully. Okay, this job has been executed successfully, and you need to what so these are the files we have loaded, and this is the data, these are the table names. So some kind of information you can give to an your manager by using this send mail task. If the package failed, so you need to give one more message. So When it is success, you need to give one message. When it is failure, you need to give one more message. Okay, so that is what you need to do. Okay, so real time, in real time we are going to be using these kind of tasks, guys. Compulsory we are going to be using. Okay, so web service task, it is used to call web services method. Like, if you want to read the data from websites or web applications like Sensex data like that, so you are going to be using this web service task. Simple. If you want to read the data from the websites, okay, so websites or web applications, so that we are going to be using this web service task. Okay, and XML task, so XML task, it is used to work with XML data. Okay, XML data, so to read the data from XML language, this is going to be used. Very simple thing. Okay, so to read the data from XML language, so this XML task we are going to be using. Clear? So there are some things need to do the demo actually. Okay, exhibit process task. Okay, fine, guys. So we'll do demos on each and every task. Okay, from tomorrow. So we'll do one each and every demo on each and every task, whatever. So we'll do one bigger. We'll create one big package. Okay, one big package depends upon the requirement. Okay, so that we will do. That we'll do tomorrow. Okay, we'll start with the tomorrow. Clear, guys? So if you have any questions, let me know, guys.